Hello, everybody. This is my second time recording this. The microphone was all weird in the first one, so we'll see how this turns out. I've been trying to think for a long time how to do this. This being show a collection of artwork that I have been working on since the beginning, really since the beginning of 2014. So it's been 8 months, because we're in August. It's a collection of paintings that I've made that I'm calling Memories from Grandma's Garden. And they are all, obviously, memories near and dear to my heart of my grandma. She was one of the kindest, sweetest, most loving people that I've ever known, and so this is a tribute to her. I have a number of paintings, I'm not entirely sure how many, but we'll see, that I want to share with you, and consider this an exhibition or showcase of sorts. All of these paintings will be available for purchase from my shop, or you can reach out to me directly if that works better for you. I'm going to try to price them fairly, but I'm open, so let's figure it out. I have some things written about each piece and about the collection as a whole, so I'm just going to read my little blurby blurb and then we'll get into seeing the paintings. Some of them you have already seen, some of them I've made on the channel, so you will be able to see these pieces come to life. But anyway, Memories from Grandma's Garden. This body of work has been inspired by the feeling of running free and wild through my grandma's garden, eating strawberries and raspberries right off the bush, seeing the colorful rows of flowers appear. It's about being allowed to play and get our hands dirty. It's about the warm love that surrounded my grandma wherever she went. I hope these pieces pass those feelings on to you. I think it's very appropriate that I am sharing this in summertime because summertime in Grandma's garden was amazing. Let's start at the top of the list and with my absolute favorite, strawberries. Inspired by the first perfect pint of fresh strawberries straight from the garden. This is a 24-inch by 24-inch canvas painted with acrylic paint. You'll see the sides are a nice, fun, pink, kind of, well, it is a fluorescent pink, I would say fluorescent pink. Next we have daisies, and if you have been watching my videos recently, you will have seen me repaint these daisies. A celebration of all those that were looked after by my grandma, who seems to have had an undying amount of love. Daisies remind me of love, they remind me of summer, they remind me of freedom and play. They just grow so wild and they're just so pretty. They are my favorite flower. This is a 24-inch by 24-inch canvas, and it is acrylic and oil pastel. The original painting was 9 daisies laid out kind of pop arty style. It was very nice. They were all kind of looking into the center, but it never quite felt right to me, and so when I repainted it like this feels right. And I love the 3M picture hooks. Rasberry. This piece is all about eating raspberries directly from the bush. I used to put a raspberry on the tip of each finger and eat them one by one. Pop, 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 pop. You had to watch out for bugs. This is a 8 by 10-inch canvas, and it's painted in acrylic. It has a very fun yellow borders, sides on it. I like these deeper frames because you don't really need, or canvases, because you don't really need to frame them, and they look nice hung on the wall just as they are. The fun pops of color. Next is a rose. Where are we? Where are we? Okay. A rose. My grandma's favorite flower was the rose, and she was known for growing them. I'm pretty sure she had rows of them, but what I remember most is the trellis that sat alongside the laneway. That was always covered in sharp thorns. This is a 6" by 6" canvas, and it's painted in acrylic with some nice periwinkle blue sides. And next we have an apple. I would have put money on the fact that Grandma and Grandpa's apple trees had eating apples on them. I just couldn't remember if they were red or green, but my sister told me they had crab apples. Memory is funny, and memory is funny because then my aunt confirmed that they were indeed eating apples. They were just little dwarf apples, so not crab apples, but eating apples, and that they used to make a lot of pies. This is a 12" by 12" canvas painted in acrylic with really bright fluorescent green, yellow sides on it. Slightly freer, looser style of painting, but fun nonetheless. And I did, I think I also have a video where I painted this one. Tulips. In my head, the magnificence that was my grandma's garden always greeted you with a row or two of colorful tulips. I have no idea if this is true, but that's how I remember it. These tulips were painted from a photo I took of some neighborhood tulips here. But yes, again, in the more kind of free, loose style. This is an 8" by 8" by 10" canvas, and it's painted with acrylic. Next, we have Mementos. So this is a 9" by 12" paper, acrylic on paper. And I just have like a poster board in the background that I matted it on. Yes, so Mementos. A collection of items I have around the house that remind me of Grandma. We have the wooden doll, which is Grandma herself. I actually found this doll on one of our walks. She was just like discarded on the ground, so I picked her up and she lives with us now. The book is her handwritten recipe book that she started when she was 16 years old. So I still have this book tucked safely away in my dresser drawer. The measuring tape represents all the clothes, costumes, and toys and dolls that she made. The teacup is one of Grandma's that I kept after they sold the house. Apple and strawberries for the garden, beets because they were always my favorite thing on the table at lunch, and carrots from her garden. At one point, she lost her wedding ring in the garden, and legend has it, and my aunt and uncles swear, she found it the next year when she was pulling out a carrot. So that's why there's a ring on the carrot. Grandma's garden number 3, because I painted so many of them. That guy right there. I'll do a close-up. This is a mixed media acrylic ink on paper. It's 7" by 10", and I also have a process video of me painting this, and I think it's one of the best things that I have made to date. Another mixed media piece, this is gouache with pencils and wax pastels on a 7" by 10" piece of paper mounted on a mat, poster board mat. Trying to get it without, there we go, without so much reflection. And this one is called Freshly Tilled. So this was the garden freshly tilled. Finally, Grandma's Garden Abstract. This is done in watercolor on a 7" by 10" sheet of paper. Same, this is based on the same photo as that piece there, but done very loose watercolor. That's my collection. That is memories from Grandma's garden. I hope you enjoyed that. As I mentioned, I will have these all listed for purchase or for collecting on my shop. You can DM me on Instagram, Discord, email. I'll put my email below. if you're local, and we have the ability to meet up, let me know. I know not everybody lives within pickup distance, but if you do want to pick up, let me know and we can arrange something. Yeah, it was really it was really nice working on this collection, thinking about my grandma, actively thinking about her as I was making each of these pieces. Like I said, she's very near and dear to my heart and an inspiration for how I live my life. I try to be as loving and kind as possible, which is a direct reflection of how she lived her life. And I miss her, so these are all memories. Thank you so much for coming to my virtual exhibition. Perhaps that's what we call it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed going down memory lane with me, reviewing my memories from Grandma's Garden collection. And if you have any questions, let me know. Feel free to reach out. And yeah, I hope that some of these paintings find a home. Thanks. Bye.